Okay, what's up, y'all? What's been up? Okay, it's me, y'all, your girl M. Williams. So I'm about to come at y'all. This gonna be a business 101. You guys know I ain't put it out here. It's been snowing, it's been icing, it's been freezing, it's been cold. It's been white outside. It's been doing the most. So I'm coming on here for the service providers and the business owners. And this gonna, like I just said, it's gonna be a business 101. Y'all know it be hard, but y'all know it be God. Y'all know it be hard, but it be God. So come on with it. Okay, so you guys know all my history. I ain't gotta keep laying it out there for you. I know y'all tired of hearing it. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know who I be. I'm Mrs. Williams. Like Carol Burnett used to say, Mrs. Wiggins. I'm Mrs. Williams. So anyway, you guys, I was just taking a shower. Not trying to be funny. I'm not lying. Just taking a shower. A lot of stuff I put out here, y'all, it be just coming my spirit with the quickness. So anyway, I was taking a shower, you guys. Y'all know I got to do that. Take a shower. For about an hour. So I had this idea. I'm like, it's been snowing, it's been cold, it's been freezing, it's been saying that it feel like it's 20 outside, but it feel like 0. It's 25, but it feel like 1. Like, look, help me, Jesus. Kumbaya. Like I said, y'all know it be hard, but you know it be God. But anyhow. So I was thinking, because I own the business, y'all know all that. Y'all remember me, Miss Sugar. But anyway, y'all, I was thinking, like, for the people that own businesses, like if you own a restaurant or a hair salon, if you in the service industry, you serve clients and da-da-da. Any kind of type business, we don't work a 9 to 5. Or y'all don't work a 9 to 5, because I went back to a 9 to 5. Really, a 7 to 3:30, but you guys know that if you don't work, you don't make any money. So that's the only thing about business ownership. When you don't work, guess what? You don't make any money because you're not getting a paycheck. You earn from the clients that you service, or, if you're a service provider, business owners, or restaurant owners, all that kind of thing. When the weather is bad, 9 times out of 10, you probably gonna close, or sometimes you really don't know what to do, if you should open or should you close. All of this is for that type situation. Like, when you're a service provider or a business owner, like, what do you do in inclement weather? Like, what do you do when the weather, and Atlanta, they'll shut it down. Like, Atlanta shuts it down. I'm an original Georgia peach, born and raised in GA. You understand? The original Georgia peach. I grew here, you flew here. So anyhow, so what do you do if you're a business owner and the weather is bad? And this ain't Boston, like where my husband from. Like Boston, if it's snow or if it's 10, but they saying it feel like it's below 30 degrees or something like that. You still got to go to school. You still got to go to church. You can still go to the grocery store. You can still, all of the stuff is open. Because if it was not, you couldn't even go through the 10th grade because you ain't even got all the hours you need for the 9th grade, because you'll be missing school every day if they shut it down, like somewhere like Boston or Minneapolis or anywhere like that where it's always cold, or Chicago or something like that. Shout out to Chicago with that delicious food. You understand? I only went there one time, but Lord, I about almost moved out of the way. That food, a French fry tastes good up there. I'm like, what in the world? So anyhow, if you're a business owner and it's inclement weather and you somewhere like Atlanta who ain't used to it, we be clueless down here. Don't make fun of Atlanta. I tell you, I'm an original Georgia peach. So what do you do? So I'm going to tell you 3 tips for you guys. What do you do? Because when you're a business owner or a service provider or something like that, the first thing you want to do is what? Rest. You're going to want to rest. You're going to want to sleep. You're going to want to take a nap. You're going to want your feet rubbed. You're going to want your toes popped. You're going to want all that stuff. Legs greased up. You just tired. You're going to want your neck. I mean, when you in the service industry, your body is always in pain from head to toe. You understand? So you're going to want some of that going on. But at the end of the day, you got to come on out of that, you guys, because you got plenty of time to do that. This is a day that God gave you off. It's like a day off that God gave you because guess what? It's snowing outside. Guess what? It's ice. So you got to cancel who? All of your clients. You got to cancel all of them. So you ain't made no money for that day, and you may not make no money that entire weekend because you may have to be closed the entire weekend. So what do you do? Like, how do you still be productive when you own a business and you can't even make a dime because guess what? You had to close, whether it's a restaurant or all the other places I named. What do? You don't take a nap. You don't get your toes popped. You don't ask your husband or beg your significant other to rub your feet. You can say that for later. But right now, I want to talk about the things that you need to do. And in all honesty, I'm giving you 3 tips of things that I think that you might be able to do, that you should do if you own a business. Because even though God gave you this day off, you still a business owner. So you got to set, the bar got to be set high. You got to be disciplined. You got to be on. You can't never be off hardly. You got to be on. And that switch got to be on too. You got to be thinking, okay, I got this. God done gave me this day off. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You want to do all that, give him the honor and give him the praise, and what? You got to do all that and magnify his name. You understand? The matchless Lamb of God. You understand? You got to do all that, and you supposed to. You understand? You supposed to. But again, let's get to these 3 things you need to be doing. You need to do this. You needs to. So, number 1, when it's inclement weather, you need to be what? Marketing. You need to be marketing. Marketing. A lot of times when you own a business and you're a business owner, you don't get that much time to do what? Market. You don't hardly have time to market because you busy servicing clients. So this is a day that God gave you off. This is the day that the Lord has made. You will rejoice and you're going to be glad in it. And while you glad up in it, you're going to marketing. You're going to do some marketing. So you need to market. And some people, who own businesses, they don't even have a lot of social media. They may have 2, which in my honest and humble opinion, because I got to tell it like a T.I. is, you understand? In my honest opinion, to me, it don't make sense not to have whatever you can have because social media is free. It's absolutely free. So you need to be marketing. In all honesty, market, get on there, market, because when you market, that's giving your business the opportunity to gain new clients, or it's giving your business the opportunity for people who don't know anything about your business to find out about it. Because when you own a business, you can feel like everybody heard of your business, everybody know about your business, everybody see it when they drive by. You're going to feel like people be telling your customers, telling everybody about your business. You're going to be thinking, the stylists that work there, they telling the whole world. Everybody know about it. The Lord know about it. Everybody know. Jesus, Mary, Martha, all them. Adam, Eve, and the rest of them. But at the end of the day, God requires a seed. He says, as long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest. Seed time and harvest. You understand? Seed time. So that means it's time for you to what? Sow a seed. So to sow that seed, you got to do what? Do some marketing. Marketing. A lot of people don't know about your business. You can think everybody do, but everybody don't. So you got to be out there. You got to market. That's what you got to do as an owner. And if you have a team, guess what? You need to be getting the people who work for you to do what? Market. They sitting at home just like you because they work for you. They work at your place of business. And guess what? You closed right now. You are closed. You was closed yesterday, Saturday. You was closed. So you needed to be marketing. They needed to be marketing. When they post something on their social media, guess what? They need to tag you so you can see that they're what? Marketing. So on your day off and it's snowing outside and you off and you had to cancel everybody or you had to close the restaurant, guess what? You need to be marketing. That's number 1. Number 2, a lot of times when you own a business or if you're in the service industry and you stay busy or whatever the case may be, sometimes when clients are sitting in your chair, they may be asking you questions about their hair. You may see a little bit more shedding than usual. They may be like, Miss, Jane Doe, I got this and that going on with my hair. Or, my scalp has been very itchy, very flaky. I've been seeing some shedding or whatever the case may be. They may be telling you all this stuff while they're in your chair, and you may be thinking, okay, why didn't they tell me about this? Why they wait till they get in my chair? But the fact of the matter is, which I covered in another video, you don't want to deflect. Do not deflect, because if you say to yourself, why didn't they? Then as soon as you say, why didn't they? You just blame them. You just deflected on them. So what you can do, since you got a snow day off, since the Lord gave you a day off, you can do some free consultations. You can think in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, in your brain, or even if you got it, or even if it's in your online booking, or if one of your clients texted you and told you, you need to think back and reminisce back and remember back on those clients who were saying they was having this, that, or the third problem with their hair. And then you need to send out a text message to some of them, like maybe 10 or less clients. Hopefully you ain't got that many clients with, problems with their hair. But go and find the clients who you remember or you recall they're having some issues with their hair, and do what? Type up a little template, copy and paste it into a text, and say, hi, Miss Jane Doe, Sally Doe, Joanne Doe, Ray Ray Doe, Lucy Doe, Shaquita Doe. Text all of them and be like, look, you've been talking to me about your hair. You've been wanting to do a little consultation, da-da-da. I'm closed today because of the inclement weather, as you know. So I have time now to do a mini consultation with you. Would today work? And then, when you're doing that mini consultation, 9 times out of 10, they're going to need some deep treatments. They may need a trim. They may need a haircut. Because sometimes the best treatment, the best conditioner is what? A haircut. Because sometimes people be holding on to hair that ain't even there. It's already gone. The hair is already gone. They hanging on to hair that's gone. It's been left. It's gone. It's been said goodbye. So all you need to see is a pair of shears. You pull out your shears and you go ahead and start the cutting. Because sometimes people need a haircut. And they be want to do deep treatments, steam hydration, Olaplex, all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, what they really need is a haircut. And you've been trying to tell them, so you need to tell them again while it's snowing outside, while it's freezing outside, while it's ice outside, while your kid want to build a snowman, but ain't enough snow, it's mainly ice. You need to be telling Ray Ray Mama and all of them that, look, girl, you need a haircut. While you got time and you doing this mini consultation, can I give you a call? As soon as you call, hello, you need a haircut. Please and thank you. Mm-hmm. So there's that. Free consultations. That's another thing that you can do. So number 1, marketing. Number 2, free mini consultations. When you in a blizzard, you in the snow, you had to close up, you ain't making no money because you had to close your business, you self-employed, you a business owner, so you still got to be productive. And the third one, you guys, is lives, and more lives. And so what I mean by lives is a live, like a Instagram live, Facebook live, a YouTube live, a TikTok live. A lot of people like to make videos just like what I'm making now. I'm recording this video and then I'm going to edit and post it. A lot of people feel more comfortable doing that. But when it comes to live, they kind of camera shy and all of that. They don't want to do no lives. But you guys, if you own a business, you got to, you can't to be a business owner, it's going to take another level is what I'm trying to say. You can't be the norm. If you're a business owner, you got to think outside the box. You got to think about, especially if you have people working at your place of business, because guess what? They're relying on you as the business owner to make good decisions, to make right decisions, to make good financial decisions, to not be at home trying to get your toes popped, but to be thinking about stuff like this. Because at the end of the day, they're relying on you as a business owner. They're working in your place of business. They're trusting you, since you want to man up or woman up and become a business owner, trusting you so that they can make money, so they can earn a living, so they can pay their child's daycare, so they can pay their car note, so they can pay their mortgage, so they can pay their rent, so they can pay for their medical insurance. All of this, they're entrusting you, who said that the Lord told you to open a business. So they're entrusting you, they're trusting you that at the end of the day, you're going to make wise decisions. So guess what? They can be earning a living. That's what they trying to do. So you got to get up. You got to get them toes popped later. You got to get them legs massaged later. Right now, they need you to be marketing. They need you to be doing many consultations. They need you to be doing lives, because one thing about lives, it kind of introduces you to a whole other audience. Because while you posting these videos out there, that's all well and good, because that's what I'm doing right now here, right now today. But at the end of the day, when you do lives, it's going to be people hopping on the live who ain't even know nothing about your Instagram, who didn't know nothing about your Facebook, who didn't know nothing about your TikTok. So guess what? Those are potential clients. And then if you have stylists working for you, that's what they looking for, an owner who can think outside the box and who can be doing, like, not trying to rest, not laying down, not thinking about, oh, woe, it's me. It's snowing outside. Oh, woe, it's me. I got to close. Well, this is an act of God. Like, you can't nobody control the weather. It's an act of God. So at the end of the day, you still got to be, as an owner, you still got to set the standard. You still got to be an example, because even when you think people ain't watching you, they are. People are always watching. And everybody want to be famous on social media now. Everybody think it's easy, and that's okay. If you want to, have a business or whatever, that's all well and good. But when the rubber meet the road, at the end of the day, or whatever little terminology or slang you want to use, we got to separate the men from the boys, and you got to separate yourself from the pack. Like, what is it about you and your business that's making you different? What's making people want to come to your business? But you, as the owner, you want people that work for you to do all this stuff, but you not even doing it, and you the owner. It got to start with you. It got to start with you. Like, you can't tell people, like they said, practice what you preach. Like the Bible said, get the beam out your own eye. Like my old pastor used to say, sweep off your own front porch before you try to sweep off mine. All of that, or any of those analogies, is what you got to do. And again, it's all of that I just said. It all goes back to what? Seed time and harvest time. You got to sow a seed, because what people see you doing, that's what they'll do. When they work for you, you got to, guess what? Market. You got to do what you got to do. You got to promote. Even promote your team. You got to even do that as well. But also require them to do it. So those are the 3 things that I think you should do. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it helped. This is my Business 101. You can share these videos. You can like them. You can comment. Anything you want to see me talk about, please drop it below, or you can direct message me on wherever you saw this at, and give me some suggestions or anything you want to know about or want me to talk about. Anyway, thank you so much. Peace and blessings. Be safe out there. See you on the next video. Peace and blessings.